Going on? What's going on?
You haven't been on. I haven't seen you.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't. I missed the last two. I apologize, my brother.
The one I did on Monday night, I gave a whole bunch of shortcuts and tools that I use every so often. You should look at this thing. You might pick up a couple of things on it.
Yep.
To getting deals and generally helping yourself along in this business. And then I just says, all right, we got another 20 minutes. What do you want to talk about? And we just started tossing the ball around about hard to do deals and leasing and land contracts and not basically just how to put some tougher deals together. And
Yep.
it was more options and lease options rather than anything else. But it's fun. I'm enjoying this. But you can see, like I was told yesterday, I was talking to Mark, and he said to me, it's amazing how this group has changed over the last 6 weeks, how it's evolving. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. You're a big part of it. So it's
Yeah,
all good.
definitely. What was I
Yeah.
gonna ask you? What was the most common hard deal that you guys try to put in paper?
We didn't get that far. We
Oh,
didn't
you,
get that far. Nobody brought deals per se to the table. I'd like to do that on Monday nights. You know, maybe and have a few more guys maybe on there, like a panel. I could toss the ball around and put something together. But
yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, I'm supposed to be driving to Florida on Monday night. I'm up here in New York, so
Okay.
um,
What Florida? You got more deals in
I'm
Florida?
going. I'm driving. I'm going straight to Kissimmee. I got a
Okay.
house there, and then I got some. I got all my rentals down basically down in Fort Myers. I got to eventually work my way down there. Probably
I
get
get you.
there towards the end of the week. But I got to be in Jacksonville. Mom's turning 90, so
Oh wow!
yeah,
Congrats.
got to be in Jacksonville on the weekend. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. How you
But
doing, man? What's
I'm
cooking with
doing good.
you?
I'm doing good. Again, same thing. I was telling you guys, just consistency and follow up. Uh, I got another deal on a follow up uh, that I had just been following for a long time. I just keep on touching bases, and I saw another guy locally had acquired the deal. So I guess, and again, we all share this same what's it called, group where they post it to investors, right?
Right.
And of course, this is one of my techniques. I'm in there. I'm also in the buyers list. Uh, and eventually, again, I always follow up. Hey, I skip trace the address, but for this one, I already had the phone number. So I reached out. I had one of my VAs, new VAs. She reached out to this person, and sure enough, yeah, the deal didn't close. The deal didn't close, mainly because what's it called? They didn't have it's the buyer has to buy it with the tenants, and the
Yeah.
buyer had to deal with the eviction. And then the buyer that they had, the other guy had, they didn't want to do that. So now I have this deal that I had at 85. Now it's at 65. So
Isn't it good to get paid for problems?
yeah, definitely.
Well,
That's at least like a 38,000 deal,
gee,
just
I don't know how
because.
you sleep at night.
Usually I like this, and then I churn. Uh, but yeah, I've been sleeping pretty good. So yeah, again, again, the devil's in the follow up. Again, that's where the money's at. Yeah, again, once we're close, and but the thing that I have with my buyers, and they eventually become friends because I know every deal they at least make 30K on the deal themselves.
Hey,
Uh,
a week ago I closed on that funeral home deal last Friday. I don't know if I
what
told you
was
about
that? You
that.
you mentioned it. What was the? You were gonna do a master lease, right?
That's what I did. I did a master lease for 10 years, and the people that owned the property, the proprietor passed away 3 months ago,
Okay.
and the licensing for the funeral home automatically went to his son. So it was still a going entity. The son was licensed. It was a licensed facility. So I brought in an investor of mine who had just retired from the funeral industry. I don't know anything about funerals, and I mean I know how to pay a
Yeah.
bill, but I don't want to go down into the basement. That wasn't me. So, well, hell with that.
Yeah,
So
you at
this
least
guy
want
had
to walk. basement. You don't want to be carried into the basement.
I ain't going down there. I ain't be bothered with that. So this place was it was still a going entity, but the place needed carpeting and cleaning up and painting and window coverings and all that. So I figured, you know what? He wanted $1 million for this building. It was a big house, is what it really was, from years ago, right? And they extended it, this and that. The house itself wasn't worth $1 million, no way. But as a funeral home, going if it's turning a big profit, which these things should be doing where it is, it's worth a lot of money.
Okay.
So I looked at this thing. So this is what I do. I mean, I sell great, blue sky they call it. So I looked at this deal. I locked it down for 4,000. It was $4,000 a month rent for the next 10 years, with increases for at year five for no, it's for, yeah, increases at year five for real estate taxes if they go up. This guy's taxes for some reason haven't gone up in years, so they
Don't
weren't
touch it.
worried about it.
Don't touch it.
Then Then for the option, you guys listen. I said I want an option to buy the property. You want $1 million? Put it in there. So I got an option for the property for the $1 million for the whole 10 years.
Oh wow.
Okay, so now I got the dollars locked down. I gave him the first month's rent. I gave him a month's security, and here we are. Now I'm renting a freaking funeral home I know nothing about. Right? This buddy of mine goes and checks the place out. He says, Steve, everything you need to do business is there. He says, and I can probably bring you a buyer.
And a
Really?
mill.
Really? So before you know it, we showed the places to a couple of guys. I put it on the internet, on the businesses. He brings me a young guy from South Jersey, Southern New Jersey, who's buying these places left and right. Comes from a family that this is what they do. This is their business. So I had to go out and meet with this guy on a Monday night. That's the first Monday night I wasn't able to do the call. I was meeting with this guy. He shows up with his attorney, his realtor, a contractor, and him, right? So they look through the place, and the guy walks through it. He wasn't 5 minutes inside. He comes back outside. I'm outside sitting by my car. He says, I want it. I said, you haven't even heard the deal yet. He says, I want it.
On it.
Okay. Okay. What do you want? I says, well, we can do a few things. You can pay me $10,000 a month rent, and he says, and we'll go on and give me the first 2 months security, and we're good to go. And I'm going to have increases in there. He goes, I'd rather own the place. I said, well, I'll give you an option to buy it. I said, but if you just want to get in and get your teeth wet, oh no. This is a long term play for me. The people really want to sell it. I said, they want $1 million for it. He didn't even blink. He said to me he hasn't been able to get into one of these places for less than spending between a quarter and a half $1 million. I went, wow. He goes, what can I get this place for? And I just, I hear you can do something with moving contracts and all. He wanted me just to assign it to him. Said $100,000. He didn't blink. We went back and forth that night. We ironed a deal out for 70 grand. He paid my rent, what I laid out for the rent and security. All right, I only got the place for 2 weeks. The rent and security, because I want to make sure I'm going to leave you a check and it's going to cover that. So I got $70,000 net, minus what I paid the attorney, minus what I paid my consultant. Consultant was $2,500. So I think I did okay for a couple hours, for a few hours work.
So, okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So, you have the option to rent it for 10 years at 4,000, plus the option to buy it at $1 million. This guy comes in, he rents it off of you, and he gives you
I'm
70
actually assigning him the contract for the whole amount.
for 70,000.
There you go.
So you're like let's say 65 with all the expenses.
Yep.
So you're already got the deal. You got 65K, 70K in your pocket, and you're out.
Done.
See, I need to go to Florida. I need to go meet you at your rental.
This is in New York.
No, yeah, but you say you're heading to Florida.
I'm heading to Florida, so let's meet up, man. I might even meet you over in Texas. I got to go see my buddy Mitch. So
Mitch,
he's dying for me to come down there. So
see, that's something that I need to stop being afraid of going to the $500,000 to $1 million properties.
That doesn't make any difference. It's just another
Yeah,
zero. But
it's a
if you're
sport.
lease optioning, you're not tying up any money. I didn't tie up anything but the first month's rent and a month's security. But I've done businesses before. So all I'm doing is I'm selling somebody blue sky, the opportunity to make money. I've done
Yep.
it on assisted living places. I've done it on auto tow truck companies. You can do it with anything if you know how to
And you
package it together. So
say this guy again, going back to funeral homes again. That's a nationwide market.
yeah,
Is he buying funeral homes all over the country?
no, he's just doing it in the general, like the tri-state area.
Okay.
I know he's in New Jersey, and he says he's running out of places down there that are really for sale. He heard about this one, and he just this guy just jumped. If I held on, I probably could have got the 100 grand.
Yeah. Hey,
I didn't want to be that greedy. This guy was turning it
be that
over. He's
guy.
giving me
Be
the
that
money
guy
that
in
I
the
took out of my pocket. He's going to take the place as is, where is. I go, you know
yeah.
what? It's all yours. And he wants to buy it from the people for the million. He'll probably do it in a couple of years. He's got private money. So, you know, it's a good deal
Yep.
for everybody. The guy that owns the family that owns the property is going to be able to cash out of this thing. And they're never going to get that from anybody else. So, and this guy's deal is to own the dirt. He wants to own it. Money's cheap right now. So, we can get in the door and get and write a check to these people that own the property. That's a great deal for everybody. So, but I'm out of it. I'm done.
Yep. And again, that's a great thing of way of seeing things. It's the same deal. $100,000 house, $1 million house, the same people. Again, get and that's what I need to start doing more. Just get the mentality that it's the same people. It's just the bigger number. It's an extra zero. That's it.
I helped a guy move a house once down in Naples. I never saw the house, right? And this house was on the market for over 3 years. I met a fellow at a high end restaurant in Bonita. I don't know. It was just north of Naples. And this guy was just hanging out there with his girlfriend. We just started talking, and the guy he made television commercials, but he did them over in Europe, and he liked doing real estate. I go, maybe we got a deal here. I got a property I can take an assignment on it. The property's 3.5 million. It cost the guy 5 million to build the place. Absolutely insane. And the family never built. They never moved into it. So I says, look, here's the deal. Here's what the numbers are. He says, oh, let me think about it. The next day he calls me and says, I want to go down there, take some pictures, take a movie, this and that. Make a long story short, he makes up a nice commercial, and he showed it someplace in Italy, and the people jumped on it. And the house had that Mediterranean look. They jumped on
Yeah.
it. I didn't make any money. I made $5,000 or something on this thing, but there were so many other people that had their hands in it, But the house got sold.
There you go. Hey, 5K for me. That's 5K for me. Again, I don't mind even 1K. Uh, Money is money, but yeah, if you know how to structure deals like that,
I,
like you say,
I
hey,
was I wasn't expect I was expecting 0K.
yeah, you can make money anywhere in any market. But yeah, guys, great talk, Steve. Great. I need to definitely start doing more. As far as the takeaway for me is make bigger deals. Don't be afraid of that extra.
Hey, I want to do this on Monday nights, and I want everybody to come up there, have a cocktail, let's have some fun, let's just bounce the ball around, bring you deals that you just don't think are deals, and let's see if we can do something with it. So that's what I want to do on Monday nights. So I'm just stopping in, chatting with everybody, and
One of the
hopefully
things
we
that
can
I
get
wanted
that
to
off the
bring,
ground.
one of the things that I wanted to shoot by you, Steve, is you're again right now you're much better than me as far as getting private money. If you can get somebody that's willing to hear out, if we can chop deals to him like on a Thursday, on a Monday. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna bring this guy. He has 3 4 mil to buy. Show him your deals. Let's see what he tells you. And again, if you can do that, that's something that again
That's
I
not that's
never
not the
seen it.
way I see that working at all.
You don't think I see that work? I see that as far as you know what? If you, it's like an auction. If you tell me there's gonna be a guy with $3 million on the phone on a live call, and you're gonna show him your deals, again, that's something that I would like to see.
Okay,
I would,
you want him to finance your deals, or you want him to buy your deals?
yeah, yeah, buyer.
You want to buy? Oh, that's different. I thought you wanted somebody just for doing financing,
No, no, no.
Well,
A
there's
buyer,
buyers out there. There's
buyer.
loads of buyers. You want to have an auction night?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like
It
we do
can
it.
be done. It can
It
be
has to be
done.
done.
Remember that guy I know there's other guys on this call. I don't know if you all want to hear me talk. There was that real estate channel that was on the internet for, I'm not the internet, on cable TV for the longest time. They were selling stuff all over. Those guys were shysters. But they moved a lot of property, man. But they were doing it to the public.
Because I get go to the Via Club and they do it there. But why not just do it live? Like if we're doing virtual, just you know what? I have 3 mil. Let's shoot me your deals. Let me analyze them live with you and answer questions. And if I don't like it, I'll take it. If I don't like it, I'll tell you no. That's something. If you can get somebody like that for your show, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of viewers there because people want to see
So
what
you want me to we should find a buyer, a big
a
national
big
buyer
buyer.
that wants to buy anything, and you know what? It's the same old story. Most of these guys want to steal the properties. They're not going to be looking to give you any kind of real money for anything. That's how these guys get along, no matter who they are. So if
Yeah,
the guy with the $3 million will buy it, I'm looking on here and I see Nicholas and I see CD Wright and David. Why wouldn't they just want to step up to the plate and buy the property? A deal's a deal, no matter how much it is. I don't give a damn how much
it's
it is.
just that I see again. I like to focus on acquiring and keeping the cherry ones. There's a lot of
Okay,
people
so
out there that I know,
why
like
don't we
my
just
investors.
so instead of the $3 million man, as they say, why don't we just take a night and make it a buyer's night or a deal night where you offer your deals on a platform, and anybody that's on there looking at that deal can either call with you or Junior or whatever, and if they want it, they could scoop it up. I like that idea.
I think that'd be pretty awesome,
Oh,
actually.
look who's in, Nick, baby. How'd it go
What's up,
Wednesday night?
Hey, man, it was awesome. We went 2 hours, man.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it was good though. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's again a great idea to just again. I right like for me, I don't want to put my money into a property unless I know it's like the cherry best deal where it's literally like zero money down. I got terms, and that's the ones that I get.
So the
But
ones
again,
the ones
I'm
that you don't want to
focused
put the money on, put them under
on
a single
getting
option.
and getting properties and acquiring properties for investors that they don't know to do what we do. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to target people. They don't know how to get it to where it makes sense for an assignment of 10, 20, 20K and a profit margin of 30, 40%. And that's what I know for my investors. You know what? I don't want to do what you want to do. I want to just bring me a deal where I can make 30K, 40K. I don't care if you make 60K on the front end. And again, those are the investors that I deal with.
The
Uh,
stuff, the
other
stuff that
investors
you don't
that
want to
don't,
the stuff that you don't want to contract on,
you know,
see
those that I
see
don't,
what you can do to get a short term or whatever an option, a sole option.
yeah, the things that I don't want to take down, those are the ones that I assign. Everything else I keep. Everything else that I can get either really like I say like a Godfather deal, I keep those. And the Godfather and the deals that I don't have to put any money, brand new houses, no money down, take over payments, no deferred maintenance. I take those down, but my investors don't even see those. I keep those in my pipeline for myself.
Yeah.
But again, if you like for me, the right buyer is the buyer that doesn't care how you got the property. He only cares to write the check here. That's my property now. Let me flip it.
Oh, I do. I don't give a damn who's got it.
Yeah. So that's and again, those are I have like 6 or 8 good buyers like that, and those are the ones that they don't care how I got it. And sometimes we get to talking as far as oh, this went like this, and then you know what, Arturo? I really don't want to know how you got how you got the deal. It sounds complex, and that's why you get paid what you get paid.
You don't
They
belong to that
what
Houston
make
RIA.
it cheaper.
You belong to
What was
that
that?
Houston RIA.
I haven't been to the RIA in about 5 years.
There's a big RIA. I think he's
I
a
don't go to
RIA
it.
that opened up in
Yeah,
Houston. What's the guy's name? Rothstein. He's a friend of Mitch. I met him down in Texas.
It's
And
not the Texas RIA, is it? Because that's the one I'm with. It's based here out of Austin, but they've got a big outreach in Houston.
They're in Houston. That's where
Okay.
this guy's out of. He's out of Houston. He might be a good guy to reach out to, man. This guy's got thousands of, he may, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of people on his list. I don't know about thousands, but what's his name? I gotta go offline to find these. He sends me stuff all the time.
Let me see.
Yeah, guys. What's up, everybody? Mag, David, Jada, CD, Marvin. What's going on, guys?
What's up, bro?
Did you guys made any money this week? You was not talking
Yeah,
about
you
anything
can-
that fell through a hose or any contracts you got, etc. Let's go.
I've got I've got a 11 11 acre, Jesus, 11 lots that are 12,000 square foot in an undeveloped street and undeveloped lots, but there's a lot of construction going on in that area, and I'm trying to look. I went through my major contractors, and they're like, "Man, that's too big of a project for me to take on." So I'm trying to go contact some developers and see if we can get that thing moved. But because the problem is there's just the street ends, and they got to extend the sewers and utilities on all 11 lots. So I think that's like 300 something a foot. So I don't really know. And plus, you know, getting the people to go in and pull all that the trees and all that stuff out and to pave the road. But the good thing is they're all the lots are either right next door to each other, like left and right, or they're facing each other on the would-be street. So they're all on one street. So I think it'd be really good for a development company. So I'm gonna reach out to them when I get out of work.
What is your price at? What is your contract price at?
18K per lot, so 198 total.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because
What do you look?
the lot values in there for the ones that are already like utilities and sewer and ready to go with surveys are about 32. So I think it was pretty fair in terms of what they got to deal with.
I get you. How'd you get that deal?
JV,
That's Jay.
yeah,
Perfect. Perfect. So you're just waiting to get to display it out.
yeah. So I'm waiting. I've got like I went through my main guys and they were like they really wanted it, but they were like, can you sell two of the lots? It's like I really want to do all 11. And they were like, "Yeah, it's too big of a project for me to tie up my money, my cash." He's like, you might want to call one of the big developers out here. They might be able to take that." So I'm gonna reach out to them, and then got to hit up the maybe possibly one of my RIA groups to see if there's any big players in that one.
There we go. There you go. Again, yeah. What I was gonna ask you, how come you don't want to just sell two?
Well, because it's the whole lot. So I don't want to break that off because I have a better chance of selling it to someone who wants to do because it's like the whole street on either side, both sides are the properties, and it connects. So if they go all the way through it, they can connect to the main street that's right there in that subdivision.
Yeah,
So
but
it has a lot more of a selling point versus just hey, I'll sell these two, and then I'm you know it'd be better for someone to more worth it for them to do the pavement on the roads and everything else if they did all 11.
yeah, but if you do two, like and that guy that buys the two knows that he's gonna have to put some money down to get like utilities in there, right?
Right,
So then
right.
now once you get those two in, so with the utilities running now you make the other nine more marketable.
Well, because even yesterday like I said, I reached out to my contractors. I told them, I was like, hey, why don't you got to build like, 2 miles up the road. You're building one in this pocket. Like, why don't y'all just team up and go get this thing? And y'all take one side, he takes the other side. And he's like, yeah, you know what? That may not be a bad idea. It's like it splits the cost of the utilities and sewer extensions and everything else. I said, why don't y'all go look at that? And I thought those were the buyers. I really did. I really felt like, man, I got it. This thing's done. And then they called me back like, nah, man, dude, that's too much blood for us. Like, we might need to go for a developer on that one. It's like,
Yeah, I
damn.
think if I you and if the buyer's game to sell two, again, F it, sell two, have that guy start doing some utilities as far as again building some infrastructure, and that makes those other nine more marketable. Trust me, because
Yeah,
now you're not having somebody just go from 0 to 100 real quick. You got somebody that already started walking towards the step, Now it makes me more comfortable. Well, at least that guy is taking a risk. Now I'm taking a less of a risk because that guy already took the main risk. That guy broke the ground.
Right.
Now I have. Now I'm just following him. So now we have a bigger
Right.
pool of risk aversion that the risk gets spread about two investors. One buys two, and then now those nine become more marketable. Then I have another guy that buys three, and then this guy that bought two said, "Oh, wait a second, I want to capitalize and buy three more." And now he got five. By the time you know, you already sold them. You make 5K here, you make 10K here. By the time you know, you already sold them. Again, if I was me, like they say, I want money now.
Yeah.
I want money now. What can I do to make money now? Because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I can't wait to get all those 10, those 11 sold. If I can get the buyer to agree at two, and I can get the seller to agree to sell it two, why not? Why not make that bread?
Right.
Why,
Yeah.
like
I've got.
I
So
know
what
it.
I'm. Yeah. What I'm probably gonna do is I got till next Friday actually on it. So I think what I'm gonna do is still see what I can do today, and if not, reach out to the other three that were like, hey, can I do two or can I do three? Or could I do one and just to say, you know what, yeah, let's see what we can do from here. Because if that's the case, I could probably get an extension with the JV guy anyway. If bringing in that and then with the game plan on it, he may extend it out with me.
Have you got any realtors down there that just sell vacant property?
Yeah, that's what I reached out to also, and the one of them, she actually has three builders in that area that are doing it, and she said that they're more looking for like the single lots, and she's like, do you have any of those? It's like, no, these are all in the where the street ends, and she's like, yeah, she's like, maybe kind of like what Ace was saying. She's like, maybe if they, there's somebody who started it, they might be interested in like three, but we're trying to unload the ones that we're about to finish right now. It's like, yeah.
It
So
makes more attractive when
Split it.
somebody already took the main risk. That's for me. Like, yeah, that's more attractive. This guy already took the biggest risk.
right.
Split the deal. Split the deal. Put three guys together. You just can't close until you put them all together. Whatever. Carve it up.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get anybody to say yes or even to tell me no and why, and then fix those together. Like, hey, here's the thing. They want two, you want three, they want one. That's we can make this happen. Y'all can split the cost of the pavement.
Yep. There you go, my brother. Definitely.
Yeah.
And it looked like that. Again, I always like let's not bottleneck ourselves. Just step back and if it makes sense to sell two, sell three, do that. Make money right now. Make money right now,
Right.
and then you cross the other bridge when you get there. What's
You.
going up? Hey guys, sorry guys. Yeah. So again, yeah, Nick, definitely. If I was you, make that money and then bring us back. Let me ask you this one quick question. Doubling down on that question.
Huh?
How do you get the realtors to be on your buyers or how'd you get your buyers list? Just a quick 5 minute overview as far as how you got those buyers in those areas since you just JVing with this new guy.
So it was basically off the last lot that I did. I had gotten a lot of feedback on that one from realtors and from the different buyers that were already on the list that I created, and then it just kind of developed from there. And then I just asked all of them. I said, "Hey, even when it sold, I informed them like, hey, I appreciate all your interest. It's sold, but there's a lot more that's coming in the pipeline. What zip codes do you want? What are you looking for?" And they gave me all the zip codes, so I just went directly to the ones that had the zip codes.
Okay. So how'd you get that initial list?
Uh, well, one was just going off the RIAs at our Facebook group and going in there and taking the information off of there and then reaching out to them, going to different Facebook real estate groups, wholesale groups in Dallas. Did the searches there, and then also some of them were realtors that were selling vacant lots that I called and went that way.
Perfect. And those were these outreach via phone calls, via text, or how do you reach these investors or these realtors?
I always do direct call.
Okay, perfect. And how did that initial one minute conversation go?
I just basically ask them like just say, hey, I've got vacant lot, and see that you're selling one. Does your client or do you represent any other clients that are looking for anything in that area? like, oh yeah, what are you looking for? What's your price? And then we kind of talked from there. But that's pretty much how it went. It was just, telling them that. And then some of them, I mean, you got to explain to them too that it's under assignment. Some of them don't even know what that is. So you have to kind of let them know that you're not looking to list it. You're not looking to represent it. You got a buyer. I'll cut you 3%, 2%, whatever the case may be.
Okay, so you work on the percentage. Again, that simplifies it to them. You know what? You're making 3%, like it's like they're making their commission.
Right. And on the first one, what I did is I did 2% and then made sure that I was like, hey, well, you're probably gonna get the relist when this thing is done and rehabbed, and you're gonna make that 3%. So what we're looking at, like, 5% total. And she's like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah. So, if you got somebody interested, let me know. We can make that happen. So that's pretty, yeah, that's how it all started. And that list just kind of was building from there, and then just keeping the relationships up. Even if I didn't have anything, I was just saying like, hey, I'm just checking in. Are you still looking to buy? What are you looking for? So I'm really trying to get that down to like learn my market for like Dallas and Houston.
Definitely. That's what I wanted to get to the point of how easy it was just for you. Yeah, you just reached out and hey, I have a property that one of your buyers might work with or might like. Simple questions, simple answers. Get to the point right away, right? So yeah. Hey guys, any other questions? Again, great stuff, Nick. Again, that's what I again for myself. I need to still continue to get better as far as acquiring new buyers. Because again, the bigger buyers list you get, the bigger the better, the faster your deals goes. But also you gotta make sure they're actual buyers, not just people that are kicking your tires. And there's a lot of those. There's a lot of people that are just kicking tires, and they don't buy deals. They just waste your time. But then that's why you got to be able again be smart enough to vet them. Maybe when they don't tell you they're kicking your tires, but you can tell what the way they act, the questions they ask. That this guy looks, this guy's just a tire kicker. He's not an actual buyer. Can anybody hear me? Just make sure my audio is good.
Yep.
Perfect. What's going on, City Rider? What's going on, guys? Any other questions? Again, I want to talk about anybody that's making deals. Again, anybody that locked up a deal, anybody that lost a deal to another investor, anybody that was able to reach somebody that again swallow the fear pill and actually make that call. One of the things that I mentioned last time was burn on. I was telling him, yeah, if you see a vacant lot, just put a for sale by owner sign. You trust me. And he says it's fire. It's true. And it's true. People are just scared of how they're going to react when they call you. Why the fuck are you selling my house? They're afraid of that. And once you overcome that fear and know how to answer it, then it's downhill from there.
Yo.
What's up? What's up?
Arturo, what up, man? Maybe you could shed some light on how the best way of going about this is. I got a lease purchase under contract in Mississippi, but I live nowhere there. How would you find about a tenant buyer the fastest way? Because I got to get something in there by May 15th. So yeah.
Okay. What is your rent at?
Not 900.
What is the average? Is that a average rent or that's below rent rate?
That's probably right at average, because when the landlord before he had it vacant, it was around 850. So
okay, and now
that's
you have
probably
the lease option to purchase or just the lease?
Lease option.
Okay. Now to get buyers, Craigslist. And you say you're not nowhere near there, right?
Nope. There's virtual.
Go to you do have Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay. What I would do if I was you, go to the Facebook group from that city or that county.
Yeah.
Or go to what's it called, Craigslist from that county, and put an advertisement. Hey, I need somebody to go put some signs for me for $20.
Oh, okay, great idea.
And in those signs, you put a 3-2 rent ready house, $100, and put it around that neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, you gotta buy the sign. You can go to what's called Dollar General or whatever dollar store. Those signs are what I think they're like $1 cut it in half. You
Mm-hmm.
have signs you cut it in half. Have them go to Home Depot, buy a steak. You know what? I'll pay $10 an hour to do that. 3 hours, $30. You get 20 signs out there
Mm-hmm.
around
Gotcha.
the neighborhood, the whole neighborhood. 3-2, and again,
Gotcha.
put out. I'll give you an ad. I think I have an ad. 3-2,
Yeah.
30 square feet, rent ready. Again, etc., etc., etc. Now, when you say it's a lease option to purchase or just a lease, you don't have an option to purchase.
I do.
Okay. So what is your purchase price at?
100.
Okay. What is the regular? What do you think is the value of it right now?
Between 80 and 120. Or maybe 115, 110.
Okay. How long is your lease option?
24 months.
Okay. So put that, become a home again, and the same thing on the ad. Become a homeowner. 10K down, 3-2, 120. Just simple as that. 3-2
Be
owner
three,
finance
two.
or whatever. If it's a 3-2, it's a 4-2 or 4-1, 3-1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever the breakdown is, but put that owner finance. Again, a lot of people are open to owner finance.
Mm-hmm.
I can be a owner. I can be what's called an owner finance with 10K down. Again, that'll get
Mm-hmm.
you. Usually, you want to get a higher down payment, but if
Mm-hmm.
you need to have somebody in there like ASAP, then you gotta
Mm-hmm.
put down the price.
Mm-hmm.
Owner finance with 5K down,
Gotcha.
and then you get those calls in. Yeah, 5K down. With a 5K, that's gonna be $1,200 a month to get somebody in
Sorry,
there.
you broke up.
To get somebody in there ASAP. You want to get
Mm-hmm.
them. You want to get calls, and you say those
Yeah.
miles. But again, if you need to get somebody in there, who wouldn't want to be a what's it called an owner of a house for 5K for one?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Of course, that's when you say that you got to get somebody fast.
Yeah.
If you just want to rent it, then yeah. Again, I will definitely negotiate down the rental rate because if
Uh-huh.
it's average at 900, again, there's no incentive for me just to actually call you. But if it's a regular rent, it's gonna be in the area. It's 1,000. You're renting it for 9, then yeah. But if everything there is renting for 9, and you really want a 9, then you're literally in the same bucket as everybody. But if you bring down what's it called the rent, the average rent, it's gonna be let's say 1,000, but you rented it for 900. That makes you attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to negotiate the rent down from the actual owner of the house because you said he's had it vacant.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, Mr. X, I was looking at my partners. I was looking at our rental what's called our rental portfolio. Again, the rents are kind of high right now for that area. I need a break on the rent. I need to go
Mm-hmm.
a little bit lower to be able to actually make this deal work out, or I can give it back to you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you?
Gotcha. Okay. Good stuff.
Again, he's either gonna have it vacant, or is gonna have somebody in there, but for less money. I'd rather have
Gotcha.
somebody in there for less money, keeping my property upkeep. At least I'm making. Is it paid for? By the way.
Oh, that I didn't even ask. I just
Yeah, because maybe
got it signed and be like, yo,
maybe the reason why
let's
he
do
did,
the
yeah, maybe the reason why he gave you that number is because there's a payment behind it, and he can't go
gotcha.
below that. But yeah, again, the first thing if you can. So when you got, how long ago did you get the deal?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So you haven't marketed to anybody.
I started I started joining those Facebook groups like recently, and those things take time to get approved. So
Okay. I was gonna ask you, did you go to Craigslist and did you search any of those "We Buy Houses" signs? Sorry, you're on mute, bro.
I haven't. What's the strategy behind that?
So you go to Craigslist, you look for a house buyer, etc. You call them. Maybe they're actual buyers. Maybe there are somebody that wants to buy a house for 100K. They can rent for 900. Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm new to the area. I have a property on a lease option. This is the price. Do you know if you have somebody that might want to buy this property off of me? Again, be upfront with the real with the we buy guy.
I'm gonna look for that. Cool.
Be a wholesaler or it's gonna be an actual investor. Again,
that's cool, man.
Be upfront with it just to break into the market. I get open to losing all my profit on that deal just to lock it up and make it a relationship in that market that can open up my market for that area.
All right, sounds good.
You know what? Hey, I saw you have my house signs. Like, yeah, we do buy houses. Okay, perfect. You know what? I actually have a deal, but it's a lease option. Again, it's probably worth 120. I have it for 100. I'm trying to lease it. Do you have anybody that might want to get this as a lease with an option to buy, or maybe an investor wants to buy it? And then just be upfront with them. I have it on the contract for 100 with a lease option to purchase. You have somebody that wants to buy it. When you come up with that, being upfront, that person that you're talking to, if you were me, okay, I'm gonna try to help you because you're not like leaving anything in the clouds. You're not masking anything. You're literally humbling yourself down. I'm new to the market. I have this property at 100K purchase contract.
Cool, man. Thanks for the advice. I'll try that out. Thank you.
It works out. Trust me, man. If you're upfront like that and you humble yourself down, people are more likely to help you out.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Good weekend, brother.
Likewise, man. Be safe. What's going on, guys? It's a Friday. Oh my God. There's Monster. Another one. What's on, guys? Marvin, Jada. What's going on, David? How's your deal turn out, David?
Hey, what's up, Arturo?
Hey, what's going on, David?
Pretty good. I got a few offers out, but still waiting back to hear from him. I hit him up with this wouldn't work for you, would it? And he's in bad health apparently, so still waiting back to hear from him.
Perfect. Again, when you say you have some offers out there, what do you mean? You email them, you call them, you text them?
Email, letter of intent.
What's that?
I emailed him a letter of intent.
Okay, perfect. And these are properties that are on the for sale by owners on Zillow, or what type of properties are they?
One was driving for dollars. The other one was just one that I found that was just hanging out on Craigslist.
Okay.
Pretty bad shape.
Pretty bad shape. What was the seller's price and what was your offer's price?
That 275 is what he wanted. And I gave him, I said, listen, I'm in a range of 185 to 205 right now.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Have you talked to anybody there in those areas that does like a flat fee listing?
Like a realtor?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because again, like Steve was saying when he brought that guy in there, like no deals left behind. Again, this seller, this owner, he doesn't know about marketing. He doesn't know about anything. He just thinks that just putting a sign in his property, it's gonna get sold. Again, if you tell him, you know what, Mr. X, I know you want 275. I want it to be at 200. Give me your best price right now. Let's say 260. Perfect. You know what? I'm not gonna buy it at 260, but if I can get you somebody that can buy it for 260, and you don't pay no commission, you don't pay no closing costs, are you willing to sign an agreement where if I get you that price, you'll sell it to the new buyer? If he says yes, perfect. Then you lock it up at 260, not inclusive. Okay. If you can get another buyer, perfect. Now you can market that property because now you have equitable interest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And again, you can always tell the seller, you know what, seller, you might see it somewhere else at 275, 285, But again, that's a business. I know people are gonna call me and they're gonna try to negotiate me down, but I want to get you at your 260. So if you see it in Facebook, if you see it on Craigslist that somebody calls you, hey, somebody will sell your house, know that it's me putting it out there because I'm trying to market your property to get you the 260. And all this, the higher the price, is just this dancing that we do as investors and sellers to negotiate. But I don't want you to negotiate. I want you just to sit down and wait for me to bring you a check for 260. How does that sound? Does that sound good, or should I just again not do it at all?
Okay.
And
I actually talked to a.
You get
I
it.
have a builder over there, and he's like, listen, I actually was looking at another house, and he's like, I passed that house, and he's like, that house is a piece of shit. Like, it just needs to be knocked down. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. But again, a piece of shit to you might not be a piece of shit to me. Again,
True.
When I was growing up, our house was a piece of shit, but for us, that was a mansion.
Mhm.
That was not us being in the streets. That wasn't us being in a car. That house for us was a mansion, but to other people's eyes, maybe it was a shitty house.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And now the house that I'm at, for me, it's a mansion, but maybe for a guy that's worth $7 million, that house is a piece of shit. So again, it's perspective. But if you can get, again, all you want to do is have as many darts in your hand and throw them at them. If you can get that guy to agree, you know what? I'm gonna market your property. I'm gonna get you a buyer at 260. If between now and between I get you a buyer, you can find a buyer yourself, sell it. But when I come in and you don't have a buyer and we talk and you agree that this is all good, we're gonna buy it at 260. You're not gonna pay no commissions. You're not gonna pay no closing. If you agree to that, then let me look at it. Let me show it to my investor friends. Let me show it to my sister that might be in the market because she just got divorced. Let me show it to my uncle that got insurance money from his house that burned down. All you want is to have something that's equitable, that if you get somebody, you can sell it to them and you make a difference.
Okay.
If he asks you, well, how do you get paid? Well, the investor's going to pay me. The buyer's going to, again, the 260 is going to be yours. Whatever, again, don't worry about that. The new investor, for me doing all this legwork, is going to pay me for that. But I'm going to guarantee you that if you buy, if I can get you a buyer, it's going to be at a 260 price.
Gotcha.
Again, that's where, again, no deals are left behind. But you are an investor. You know how to market for sellers, for buyers. Once you get a dispo, this guy is just a homeowner. He doesn't know how to market. He doesn't know how to put it on Facebook. Even if it's something simple as putting it on Facebook or putting it on Craigslist, he doesn't know how to do that because he's probably sold 1 or 2 houses in his lifetime.
He's actually got a bunch of them. He's a tired landlord.
Yeah, but he has he's not in the selling. He's in the acquiring. He's not in the selling position. Our business is to acquire and sell quickly. So that means we got to be masters of acquiring. We got to be masters at selling. He's been in the masters of acquiring, and now he wants to sell. So he's an amateur at selling. You're not an amateur at selling.
Gotcha.
You're a master in selling, and you're a master in acquiring. So why not tell him, if you can give me a price, if you agree at 260, let me go out there. Let me go talk to my investor friends. Let me go talk to my sister. But we need to have something in paper where, again, if I bring you a buyer, I don't do anything. I don't waste my time. That means if I get you somebody at 260 and everything works out, you sell it for me at 260. And then you go from there.
And then if it doesn't, then if you get no buyers, you could be like, listen, I told you, this is the price it would have to be at.
Give me a month. You know what? I do have a buyer, but it's at 245. Again, remember, if you have a buyer that says that wants to buy it at 260,
mm-hmm.
You go back to the seller. Hey, seller, you know what? I don't have a buyer at 260. I do have a buyer at 255 or 250. But now, and you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And then now you make the 10K spread.
Okay.
You see?
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
That's from this guy that sells the 2-day blueprint. That's where again, but make sure that he says that you better know. You might see your property being marketed in other places. I don't want you to call me being upset because you have it for me at 260, but you see it somewhere else at 275, 285, 295. Again, that difference is going to be my negotiation because I know most people like me, for you were selling at 275, I want it to be at 200, right? So that's when I increase the price, that means I got to fight with a new investor so I can get the 260 price. And if I put it out there at 260, most investors are gonna come in at 230. You know, it's a dancing game.
Kind of.
So yeah, man, that's what I would do.
All right, I'll try it.
What's up, guys? What's going on, CD? I haven't seen you here before. What's going on, my brother? You got any questions? Anything that you did this week that you did good, or you want to improve on, or you have maybe you want somebody else to hear you out and maybe give you some critique? Hey, Marvin, what's going on, Marvin? Mag, anybody? It's me out here in an island.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, my brother?
Here.
Not much. Just I did a bunch of cold call this week's again, and I've got talked to a guy that was in pre-foreclosure. He's and I told Steve about this on Monday, I think, but he's asking like 50K on the house. When I look it up, I think I found out that the bank already owns, and basically I think he's just milking it right now because they can't let him go right now because of the whole forbearance things.
Oh, so they can't evict them?
They can evict him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I try to call him back, he goes to me. So I think that's probably what it is.
I get you, man. I get you. So he was trying to sell it for you for 50K, but he doesn't own it anymore.
Yeah. And he told me when I was on a call with him, I'm like, hey, he said all the investors came here and they all came and checked out the house and they never came back. And I'm like, okay, do you know why that is? He was like, oh, I don't know. So I think he was just bullshitting.
Hey, when you get a bullshitter on the line, mess with him.
Yeah.
Mess with him. Like, if you know it's gonna be a dead deal, practice what you don't practice when you're working on the deals that actually are deals. That's what I do. I practice. Again, I'll tell you. You know what? Well, again, don't you think it's a little bit crazy to ask 50K? Again, I know I'm not the brightest person, but damn, you're playing me like if I was stupid.
Right.
Again, play. See how people react to those words. So now next time that you talk to somebody like that, you don't use the word stupid, but you use another word that's kind of a synonym of stupid, but it still gets the point across. But now you're having the guts to tell people when they're bullshitting on their price, you're literally telling them, you know what? It sounds like you're BS on your price, mister. Now I'm calling you with respect and trying to get you deal. But again, this property, you're trying to sell me a Ferrari, but you have a Pinto.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'll practice when you know it's a dead deal. Practice.
Yeah. I also sent you a message on the, I don't know if you saw that. You know how we post on the how we post on YouTube for the ads and stuff that we do. Some people go there and just post like scams on the comments. Have you seen that before?
On the comment on the Facebook, on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just you can do two things. You can on the Facebook, on the YouTube itself, do comments.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. Or you can have fun with them. Hey, mister, it sounds like you had a bad experience. Would you mind elaborating?
Yeah.
Because again, I'm not used to just going and calling people scams without even knowing them. Again, that my mama taught me better than that, or my dad taught me better than that.
Right.
And when I see that comment that someone called you a scam and you don't disrespect them, but you tell them, hey, you mind elaborating on that because I don't go out. I'm gonna respect you now. Now you have social proof that you're not a scam because you're getting upset, but with a white glove, telling him, well, would you mind elaborating about that? Because my parents taught me better not to call people scam without even knowing them.
Yeah.
And you can work it both ways, or you can just stop the comment from actually going in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
Don't tell them you're a scam too. Like, no, just be like that. Answer it, but again, like that, smart.
Yeah. And this week I'm planning to I'm gonna get some more stamps, and I'm gonna send out some letters, man.
Perfect, man. Definitely. Again, follow up. Did you? I use that skip tracing guy from Fiverr. I'm gonna call them myself just to test out the data and see how the data works. I got a. I paid 108. It was like how many records? It was a lot of records. I think I got like 15K records numbers. You know how we do the spread list sheet. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
through it. I'm gonna go through it
Yeah,
and see.
I did mine too. I mean, the I showed you last time. That's the list that we just updated.
Okay.
I think, and like I said to you, I think the reason why people are not picking up, it's because of the number. But you told me that you changed the number. But
Your number is a New Jersey number.
yeah. So, oh, by the way, you never gave me access to so I can see the KPIs whenever you get a chance.
I'll send you the access code, the username and the password.
Thanks, brother.
I'll make sure I get it today. It's been crazy
Yeah.
month. Again, it's going good, which is good. Again, that guy that it's crazy. He did my website and now he's selling it. But again, it happens, right?
He's selling it.
Yeah, it happens. Again, you roll with the punches. But again, like I say, you always gotta protect your assets. But again, in real estate, guys, it's all about a numbers game. It's all about something that you can monetize. Again, you gotta be able to get whatever lead you get, whatever list you get. You gotta be able to find a way to make money off of it. And again, it's gonna be dials, calls, again, letters. Again, follow up like at those letters to UMAC that you're sending. Follow up, call them.
Yeah.
Call them, and again, find out what's going on. How come? Again, if it's gonna be a probate, it's gonna be a probate, no matter what, when, where. Just follow up with them. Do that, and trust me. Like I was telling, I don't know if you heard, I got a deal that might be like a 38K deal, just because my VA follow up for a long lead that was 2 years old. That was from a lead that somebody else got in my area. Their buyer fell through because it was evicted. They couldn't evict, and now I'm gonna get it at a much cheaper price. But again, you gotta be the person that has the ear to the ground and see what's going on in your area.
Okay.
So what's up, guys? Again, I think it's already 1. Yep. Again, if you guys have any other questions, guys, any suggestions, anybody else who made money have questions about any deal, any lead? Again, I might call. I know what's called that guy that does the wheel that calls different markets. Again, I don't mind making calls to different markets. You guys gonna hear me, but I think if you guys bring me what you've been doing as far as the rebuttals that you're getting, the objections that you're getting, the needs that you're getting, how you can I can basically tell you, you know what, I would have done this, I would have done this. Again, not that I know everything, but at least you hear another perspective as far as you can do this, you can do this. Maybe you could have done this. And like for me, the best way that I learn is that if I get critiqued, if you critique me on what I'm doing, you know what? Okay, oh yeah, I will step back. You know what? Maybe I should have done that. So again, it's all about learning, growing and learning. And the best way to learn is by putting yourself out there and have somebody else that's not somebody that loves you tell you what it is. Instead of telling you, oh, you're a beautiful man. No, you suck. Learn.
Ace, I gotta go. Keep
All right, my
smiling,
guy.
man. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow morning or Monday night. Come on by.
There we go.
All right,
Take it
Steve.
easy. Thanks, bud.
All right, guys. Bye.
Guys, hey, CD, I'm just following up. Did you do anything this week? I know you had talked about, hey, I'm putting you on the spot, bro.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. No, you know what, man? I've been having a tough week. I've been having some family issues going on, so it kind of bumped me off track, but I'm getting back on it, bro. I'm just listening and learning. I'm learning so much listening to where it's answering a lot of my questions before I even, get to them, So you guys, examples of your stories and what you're going through is helping me out a lot. I'm gaining the confidence. I'm ready to make some calls. I got my lead, so I'm just ready to get, attack it again, man. I'll just be sometime procrastinating with other things sometime.
Remember, man, the only thing that we don't have is time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing that doesn't come back. I can make money back. I can lose money. I can make money back. But my time is gone. Once it's gone, it's an hourglass. It doesn't come back. Again, the best way to do it, just do it, man. Just dial it.
Yeah,
Dial
yeah,
it. And again, it's the best way. Just hey, my boss told me to call you. Sorry, I got fired from my previous Burger King job. Again, I just got fired from my paper route job. I need to make this call to be my
yeah,
manager. Again, make
yeah.
yourself, and trust me, people will open up for you. Again, I'm not telling you that everyone's gonna sell you their property, but at least you get to have a conversation with somebody.
Right, right. And I'm learning a lot, listening to a lot of your guys' calls and situation, because my biggest thing, I guess, that was keeping me, I guess, scared of making some of the calls is I didn't think I knew enough to handle the call at first, like if they got to asking me questions and stuff. But now, as I understand, you kind of just get them on the phone, ask them some questions, and then tell them you'll get back with them once you start putting the numbers together and getting some information about the property, better understanding of what I guess the strategy would be once you got the numbers situated.
All you gotta do is have somebody that's willing to hear you out and show interest that they
Mhm,
want to sell your house. That's it.
mhm.
That's it. You
I,
want
I
to.
got,
So that means if I get my boss in the line, I'll come back in the line. That you're at least hearing me out. That you want to have interest in selling your house. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. What is the address? Is it a great condition, worst condition, the best house in the lot, or the worst house in the lot? And then that's it. That's all you need. But again, you got to break that cherry as far as getting the call done.
yeah, I
That is,
plan on doing that today. I got my leads in order, so I'm just going to get on the phone
again,
and back it.
if you want to, my man, again, there's something called an RBM. Basically, you get the numbers, you send the numbers out, and then if they answer the number and they get your number down, they'll call you right back. And
Who is
now you
that?
get calls.
Who is that?
It's a ringless voicemail.
Oh, on the automatic REI.
Yeah, which is like $1, like a penny per drop.
Oh, okay. So
Now, but
you
now
get,
you have to answer the phone because now people are calling you because they heard something. You
uh-huh.
know,
Okay, I never tried that one.
and now that's a way where you don't have to what's called. You don't have to dial. Now you got to pick up the phone.
Okay,
Now
yeah.
they're you again. That'll be a way to not be scared of dialing. Now you just well, you're calling me, man. Well, you send me a ring. You send me a voicemail. Oh yeah, it's about a house. Are you interested in selling? Because obviously you're calling me back because you're interested in selling.
Right, right,
Now,
right.
because there's two things. You can send a ringless voicemail with one number, but if they hear the voicemail and it says dial your number, that means they heard the voicemail, and the voicemail said, if you want to sell my house, I'm gonna dial this number. So now you know that any number, anytime you pick up the call, is because you're actually having somebody that wants to sell their house because they heard your voicemail selling. That don't call me unless you want to sell me your house, man. You can be like that asshole. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry I missed you. This is Mike. I'm interested in buying properties in that area. Again, only call me if you want to sell your house, and call me back at this number: 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9. If you don't want to sell your house, again, don't waste my time. Thank you.
Leave
Again,
leave the voicemail like that.
Those persons that are gonna call you are they know already that it's only for you to buy their house.
Okay, yeah.
That kind of avoids you dialing, and then you know you're just picking up.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna definitely try that because I did the Zillow blast of the scraping, so I got leads, and I'm been organizing all the leads that I've got going through them, and yeah, I was going to just call them one by one, but I think that's a great idea right there because then it can get my phone ringing
That's
as
again
well.
that's the best way to you literally instead of touching the water with your foot, you're literally jumping into the water.
Yeah, yeah,
You
I
gotta
like
either
that.
you swim or either you swim and survive, or you jump and you die because you can't swim.
Okay, that's it. And I know I'll learn how to swim quick.
There we go, my brother.
Yeah, man, you give me confidence every time I talk to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Let's get it done, man. We only have one life to live. Might as well be the best one, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right, my guy.
All
Take
right,
care.
bro. You have a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.
Likewise.